episode begins. Guards in kill mode, guards in kill mode. McLaughlin.
Oh shit! Damn! Gone. Damn. I see the stars, man. Shit.
Get some.
Hey, what is going on, everyone? This is Lunatic, aka the one-man army. That was some pugil stick training, some army pugil stick fighting that I did while I was in basic training, and that was a little clip I found on the internet, and that one guy got knocked out right off the start. That was a pretty good clip. One of the more aggressive fights that I watched on YouTube when I was trying to make this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. So that's what I want to talk about in this basic training series episode, was the two fights that I did while I was in basic training, the two pugil stick fights that I had. So what they try to do is they try to match you up with someone of similar height, similar weight, and they obviously match up males with males and females with females. So they picked out my partner. We sat across from each other in the circle, and the two people that are fighting are in the middle of the circle with their protective equipment, and they finally called our names, and we got in the middle of the circle and we had our little fight. And I want to say this real quick: when I went to basic training, I was not a big dude at all. I mean, I was probably like 140 pounds soaking wet. You know, I was this tall, skinny white kid punk that was, you know, trying to make it through basic training. And our little fight was nothing special. It wasn't fun at all. It wasn't anything spectacular. I mean, it was just like we kind of just went back and forth, kind of like a random little mediocre fight. Nothing special, like I said. But what happens is, if they have extra time in the day, extra time allotted for the training, and they finish early, they will let you fight again if you want to. Now, we're all sitting in a circle. Everybody had finished fighting, and they were like, alright, does anybody want to go again? And this one guy stood up. There was a few fights before this one, but this one guy stood up, and he was one of the bigger guys in our platoon, in my unit or whatever. And he stood up, and nobody else wanted to fight him. I wanted to fight again. I wanted to fight somebody else, but I wasn't trying to fight somebody that big. You know what I mean? I kind of wanted to fight somebody little smaller than he was. He was like one of the bigger guys, and I'm pretty sure he destroyed the first guy that he went up against. And he stood up and he wanted to fight again, and nobody stood up. And I was like, alright, I'm gonna wait a few seconds, and if nobody goes, I'm gonna try to fuck this dude up. I was like trying to, you know, psych myself out, try to get mad, try to get pissed off, and nobody else stood up. So I finally stood up, and everybody was surprised as hell when I stood up. You should have seen it. They're like, are you sure you want to do this? You might get hurt. So anyway, I stood up. Everybody was surprised. Put on my protective gear, and they put you in the middle of the circle, back to back, and you walk away from each other, kind of like the old westerns. You walk away from each other, you turn around, they blow the whistle, and you start. So this is what happened. I walked away from them, and I was walking towards my platoon because they're all sitting in the circle, and I started like trying to get my platoon pumped so they could pump me up. Like I was like raising the roof, I was like screaming and yelling like, let's go, you know, all kinds of crazy stuff. And I turned around, they blew the whistle, and I charged at them. I didn't like walk up to them and start, you know, try to, you know, get in defensive hits and anything that they actually taught you on how to, you know, properly get a score or whatever. And I just went at him. I just went at him with everything I got. And I hit him, I think, 3 or 4 times in the freaking helmet, and like a stiff arm, like a just straight up stiff stick straight to the face. And I got him off balance, and I came back around, and I kind of hit him on the side of the helmet like 3 times in a row. It's kind of hard to explain. I could visualize it, but it's pretty hard to explain. I hit him 3 times in a row, and the first time I hit him, like I said, was a stiff arm, got him off balance. Then I hit him again, and he fell forward. I hit him one more time, and his mouthpiece came out. And the third time I hit him, his helmet came off, and he fell flat to the ground. And then I went to hit him a 4th time while he was on the ground, because, you know, I was like all psyched out. I was like just mad as hell. And I went to hit him the 4th time, and the drill sergeant tackled me because he lost his helmet and his mouthpiece, and I was about to freaking, you know, smash his face into the ground. So that's what happened. It was like one of those like, oh my god, I can't believe I just did that moments. And that was my second Pugil stick fight. I actually have a little bit of a video of the exact fight somewhere on a VHS tape that they gave us while I was in basic training. However, I have no idea where that VHS tape is. If I ever do find it, I will be sure to try to convert that over to a file that I can upload to the internet. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Basic Training and this gameplay. This gameplay was I think a 2-minute and 20-second nuclear, a 40 gun streak, and a like 1200 score per minute on the map Overflow. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'm out. Peace.